Hi there, it's Melissa Jane for episode number 4, The Final Countdown. Isn't there a song, The Final Countdown? I'm going to have to find out about that. I alluded to this title in the first episode, Final Countdown to Death. So it's stuck. Not really creative, but we need a theme song now, people. So I'll see what I can do about that without you know, breaking the law, copyright law. Anyway, so here I am. I have a mug today, just so you know. Um, so there's a couple of things I wanted to mention. If I know you, have met you, family, friends, you're all possible subjects. Sorry, you're my life. So, as uninteresting as some of you may be, you still might make it. So, because I have a cup today, I was thinking about tea. I like tea. I drink a lot of tea, a lot of honey. And you know those tea bags? I happen to have one here, and they give you little sayings. So I thought that it might be fun to just kind of see what's up for today. I don't have a lot of time. Lucky for you. So this one says, "Friendship is a gift that lasts." That's not much to go on, is it? I do have very long friendships, like since, grammar school. And some of you do too. And if you are in contact with those people, it's so much fun to talk about things that you remember or about growing up. And, everybody had a different experience. Like, I might have had a great time, and somebody says, I thought that sucked. I was so miserable. Yeah, I'm really not happy about this tea bag saying. I thought I was going to get something really juicy. But anyway, friendship is a funny thing. I see things on other podcasts and advice. I kind of go through the social media to see what's happening in the world because my world doesn't really tell me much. And there's so much advice for younger than I about friendships and who to keep and who not to keep around. And I just thought, is it really that difficult? If the fucking person pisses you off or rubs you the wrong way, just don't have any contact with them. Again, I don't get the complications of some of the common sense things in our life. But then again, I'm probably not typical in that. But there was a lot about that. Like, are your friends not, including you or what? Then they don't like you. Find somebody else. I don't know. It happens at work too, right? You gravitate to certain people, and certain people rub you the wrong way. Particularly me, if you don't say thank you or smile, you're like gruff or Debbie Downers. Oh God, I can go on about that. I just stay away from you. I smile a lot and just stay away. It's better for me. It's better for my world. So speaking of the Debbie Downers, there's somebody in your life that's one of these people. I don't care what you give them, alternatives to something. If they're making a decision or whatever, there's always a reason why they can't do it. Always something. And you get so tired. Like, oh my God. All right, already, just be miserable. People, make decisions. Just, put on your adult pants and shoes and make a decision. And if it's wrong, fix it. Again, it may sound easy for a lot of things, and I'm not talking about people who have some real big barriers. And the funny thing is, the people with the biggest barriers, money, education, all those things, they seem to rise above. It's amazing. I've watched some people that just do amazing things when everything was stacked against them. So the next time you hear that person that goes, yeah, but just look at them, smile, and walk away. And try not to get that conversation again. Yeah, you find that in work, family, friends, everything. Um, I don't like Debbie Downers. And sometimes, well, I can be one too. Um, but usually I do it when it's, let's see, I'm making an excuse for myself. When I do it, it's okay. So forget all that. So again, if I've, come across you at all, you're game. I've got that dog again. He keeps like, pet me, adore me, adore me. That's my thing. So I want to tell you, I was talking about the dating again, because when you're over 50 and dating, I think it's really different. 70s, 80s. I mean, there's some, very vital people out there. So don't sell us short. Um, like I said, we're living longer, we're taking care of ourselves. I mean, look at somebody now. Granted, she's got a lot of money and stuff, but Jane Fonda, Helen Mirren, oh my God, she's just awesome. But so I went. I guess it was a date. Somebody I kind of knew, and kept saying, that they wanted to get together with me, whatever. So I finally did it. The guy comes, we sit down, we talk. We really didn't know each other, but we knew each other, kind of thing. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this guy has some substance. And I like intelligence. I really do. Intelligence, funny. Somebody that does something that's beyond them. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyway, the first thing that I noticed, and I keep like a little checkbox, because you know what? I have value. And if you're lucky enough, you got to work at it a little bit, just a little. I give you a lot of leeway because eventually you're going to hang yourself. But didn't open the door for me of the vehicle. I don't know what's going on out there, gals, but if that doesn't happen, I move on. Seems trivial, right? But and then I want to tell you the online thing. Again, as you get older and you do these things, you look through a different lens, definitely. Because you've already put up with a lot of nonsense, men or women. I mean, you have. So you kind of know what you're looking for. Well, you think you do anyway. So connected with a guy online. He was a lawyer. Yeah, sure. He actually was a lawyer. And anyway, we had some back and forth. There's a little too much about his day and what he was doing. But I'd let it go. You got to give people a chance. We don't always put our best foot forward. So we finally talked on the phone. We talked for like an hour, which is nice. I like having conversations. You get to see if somebody is relatively intelligent. Voice is really important. Oh my God. I think that happens more for men with women. Yeah, that's fine. Or something is nasally, or it should. That's it. That's another thing. Done. Can you imagine waking up to that every day, or even occasionally? So I think, okay, and we decide we might as well make. So I get a text and it says, "Just want to let you know I'm going on a retreat." It happens to be a silent retreat. So, I've got everything on silent. So I don't want you to think like I'm ignoring you. And I thought to myself, how considerate. Really, letting me know. And so I don't, because these days, God forbid, you don't text back or, oh God, I did that again. Any of that becomes like a major thing. What happened to phone calls? Oh my, never heard from him again. It was definitely a silent retreat. Literally a silent retreat. I guess that's what they call ghosting. Don't understand that either. That's just rude. I'm sorry. It's rude. So, yeah, it's different out there, um, for men and women. But I think for women, it's a little more, I don't know, putting yourself out there like that. It's tough. It's really tough. So, anyway, so that's my stories for there. I don't have a whole lot of other ones. Um, but it's darn scary. Then I think about, I'm lucky I don't have little kids or, that kind of thing. But what do you do with that? I mean, you got to really protect you've got one hanging off you, one yelling, you're going to soccer, you go to this, I'm way past that, but I see young families and they're going 100 miles an hour. My head is like spinning around. I don't know how I did it. I mean, I threw my son in the car. I don't even think we had decent car seats then. I forgot it one day. I was working so much, and the daycare was right across from where my office was. This was down south when I lived in Florida. Nothing against Florida, but I'm a New Englander. So I go home and I'm going over a bridge and I'm like, I forgot my son. Never say never. That's something I know I said never about skiing, skydiving. Who knows? On my 99th birthday, I may decide to do that, but right now it's on that list. So I call. Luckily, they are open late. So it wasn't like, I left them and I got penalized and yelled at. I went back there and I just thought, I need to slow down. So I'm going to suggest that today for you. Slow down. If you like coffee, tea, and get a better friendships last forever, a gift that lasts forever. Well, in some cases that's true, because if they do something to you, you're traumatized for life. But anyway, slow down today. Or drink your coffee out of a wine glass. That I don't do. It's cold beverages only. But unless it's red wine, then room temperature. But slow down a little bit. Take notice of people. See if you can find your Debbie Downer today. Well, it's that time. You know who. Bye now. Oops.